What's up, everybody? Crypto Muscle coming to you with another YouTube video. Oh yeah, internationally renowned, worldwide syndicated. This is where it's at. Crypto Muscle and the Crypto Muscle Network coming to you another video. And so here we are. It is Sunday. You know what Sunday is? Sunday is withdrawal day for Vortec United and CloudFi. Oh yeah. So we're going to have a little bit of fun here and submit some withdraws. At the same time, this is your Death Watch update because I bring to you the latest in what's going on with Vortec United, CloudFi, and I'll throw in some other platforms as well, updates on. And the hits just keep on coming, so it's okay to embrace what's happening right now with all these different platforms. And it's just the reality of it. And the thing about it is that, well, you don't fall in love with platforms, right? You can't fall in love with platforms as much and as good as platforms can be, right? Especially when you find that one and you come in at the right time and then you're just ripping it. Oof. Yeah, it's so lovely, right? And we've all experienced that, whether it's Vortec United, CloudFi, the one I'm going to talk about, AMSIS, otherwise known as Crypto Program, funds, even platforms of the past, MetaFi yielders, what is it, futures trade, Crypto Future, remember that one, Crypto Future, the little purple platform with Jeffrey, the CEO. I mean, we could keep going back. Pegasus, you keep going even further back. PGI Global, Cash FX, Cuba, the list goes on and on. It's just, man, when you come in at the right time and everybody's in on it, just ripping it and making it and taking it. Oh man, it's good, right? But at the same time, we can't fall in love with these platforms. We all know that they all will eventually fade, right? They all eventually going to stop. And then all we can do is just, well, we got to just keep moving forward and not sit there and say, oh, you got to stay positive, guys, and it's going to come, and all this other bullshit that some of these YouTubers do. All right, especially primarily the one I love to slam on so hard because he's such a fucking idiot. And so, that's all I got to say about that. But let's go into all this stuff, all right? So Vortec United. All right, this is the day. All right, it's going to cut off withdrawal times of for the U.S., especially on the West Coast. 5 o'clock p.m. is the cutoff time. All right, so we have that window. At the same time, CloudFi has a 24-hour window on Sunday, and at this time, there's been very little communication coming out of CloudFi. Today was the first day that anybody has spoken out of CloudFi, whether it's Bella, Jacob, CloudFi support, and as an admin, coming out speaking, for CloudFi just for a few moments. Right, and then after that, it's kind of back in the dark again. But yeah, so this is what we're going to do, right? We're going to go into each of these because it's Sunday. Typically, I like to do a slam video, slamming on that little douche group I always slam on every Mondays with Vortec United on Mondays. But hey, you know what? It's all good though. We're going to take care of it a day early because we're going to come back on the other side and continue to see the progress happening and all that stuff. But before we get into all that stuff, let's take a look at the latest in Vortec news here, right? Let me see here. Here's that freak. They're still having trading in progress. They have not yet announced when there will be any sort of day that you can finally start withdrawal earnings and all that. So far, it's just a bot in progress, working and accumulating and all that stuff. So that's all you can do is just hang in there and wait. All right, so let's go roll this back. All right, we already know what's been going on because I've been doing this every day, day to day so far with Vortec. And so we're just going to backtrack just yesterday. All right, so here it is. Vortec United, as promised, we have now introduced also our short-term packages because the day before that, they introduced a new package of what is package D, higher minimum with an increased daily performance and a shorter lockup period. So that was introduced yesterday, 2 days ago, right? That's package D. And then today, there's 3 more packages. Not today, yesterday. There's 3 more packages they got added to. So you can see the package D, compounding. Then there was short-term 1, 60 days. So $1,000. And this short-term one is 60 days, right? $1,000 limit minimum, investment limit minimum, all right? It's $1,000. So payout is at the end of investment. So you're going to get the rewards plus invest back. And then you look at short-term 2, 45 days, $7,500 minimum. You're going to get up to 40% rewards plus deposit back. And all that's paid out at the end of the investment at 45 days. And then the short term for 30 days, $25,000 minimum. You're going to earn up to 32% rewards with investment back. And all that's paid out at the end of the investment. So none of it's not compounding or anything. All you're doing is just collecting or building up the rewards. And as it builds up, it's just going to build up. And once it's done stacking for the X amount of days, whether it's 60, 45, or 30, whatever's built up on it, at the end, you're going to get that plus your deposit back. So for example, that short-term 3, $25,000 minimum, you're going to have 32% rewards. Literally, it's like a 1% a day, practically, right? Just about. And on top of that, you're going to get your $25,000 on top of that back. So, we're just going to make it easy, right? Instead of saying up to 30%, we'll calculate 30%, all right? So 25,000, right? And 30% that you're going to make with that is $7,500. All right. So in 30 days, you'll make $7,500, and then you're going to get your deposit back for a total of $32,500. So that would be short-term 3. That's just an example if we round it to 30%. All right. Because, 1% a day, 30 days. Just easy calculation. All right. So with all that, man, you got some new options now. It's kind of creating, and then you have this package D, right? Let me rehash on that. So it's 7 days a week, daily, right? So weekly, you're going to earn around 7% on a $30,000 minimum, and this is on working days. So it's 5 days a week, working days, all right? For that one, 28 weeks. 28 weeks, you're looking at what, 6? That's still going to be about 6.5 months. Or, let's see, roughly, I'm sorry, 7 months. This is 7 months. All right. And so, because 28 weeks, that's 7 months. So, man, you got some new options here to go on top of the other options that you had before. It's just to kind of create more choices that people can make here. So when you think about that, it's like, okay, you know what? This, is great because now you have more choices to choose from, whether you want to go with your typical plans that it started out with on Vortec United to where it would be of benefit if you put a large deposit in on package D, or if you don't want to commit for that long term of, where you're looking at what, 7 to 9 months, right? 46 weeks. That's roughly, actually that's what, 6 weeks short of a year right there. So that's 11. 46 weeks is 11 months, right? 10.5 months. And then, you have short-term plans now, right? 60, 45, and 30 days. Wow. So that's amazing, right? But I don't know. My gut feeling is still telling me that this is all just a cash grab. Because as appealing as 30 days seems to be, it's not too long of a lockup period, 30 days. Maybe at the beginning that would have been great, but right now, right when money hasn't been paid out, because supposedly they're upgrading to a better payment system, man, I don't know. I'm just not feeling it. I'm just not feeling it. But only dumbasses like the Marcos and the Jans of the world are going to believe and kiss ass, to that. Oh man, this is what's going to happen, man. Because when you see that the payment will not come through because there's going to be some crazy reason, yet another excuse as to why it's not going to come out this week, right? And I'm sure you're going to have the Marcos damage control saying, oh, no, just hang in there, guys. Just stay positive. It's going to be okay, right? He's going to justify some new excuse. And then what, right? Because it's always happened like that. If you look at platforms of the past, either he tried to justify something or he completely ignore it and delete all videos and things like that. Or he'll just hide behind well, did you guys read my disclaimer? Get the fuck out of here, man. And he's talking about hypocrites and all this other crap. Man, he's blasphemous, man. For a guy that's supposedly religious, hiding behind the guise of religion, right? Taking Fridays and Saturdays off. Man, he lies a whole lot. He bullshits a lot. And you guys are suckers for that shit. You can read through that shit so easily. It's so fucking easy. But anyhow, like I said, if these withdrawals come through, oh man, I'll stand corrected. I will do an apology video you won't believe. I mean, I'll do an apology video. I don't have no shame at all to apologize. I'll even apologize to Marcos because I know that, if I'm wrong, I'll do that. That's a humbling thing to do. But I know this gut feeling is telling me that I'm going to smear this shit in his face. I can't wait for that. So yeah, give me 1 second here. Alright, so back inside. Alright. And don't worry. My Monday Vortec, I always do with my special guest party, will always continue until this thing crash and burns, alright? Because it's fun doing my special guest party that I usually do. So we're just going to go straight to it, alright? So as you can see, this is last week's withdrawal pending, right? And right now, it's you can see platform time. It's 5 in the morning platform time. So there's no way they can say, "Oh no, you did not do it in the required time frame," and all this other stuff that they try to say. The first time they pulled that on me a couple weeks back, and so I'm gonna do it in this way here, and right there. I would be in total shock if this thing comes through, because I'm just not expecting it. Let's see here, give me 1 sec. Alright, got that there. Alright, so now, stacked. Double stacked. So I saw that question was asked a couple times whether or not you should cancel the withdraw and then resubmit in terms of having a combination. I say, you know what? Stack it high to the sky. Alright, so I got 2 right now, because I want to show a record of pending withdrawals is what I want to show. So when this carries over into next week, alright, and I'm going to say first, I told you so. And then second, we're going to keep stacking it high to the sky. Alright, but I'm just feeling like I'm not going to get this. It's just a feeling, that there's something's going to happen. Something is going to get in the way of why me, but not just me, everybody is not going to get it. Alright? And of course, you're going to have Marcos out there say, oh, no. Don't worry, guys. It's going to be okay. And get the fuck out of here. So that type of shit, right? So, as you can see, this is probably one of the earliest times I've ever posted it, because of the fact that time, a couple weeks back, when I've done it, it's crazy, because I've done it for weeks on weeks on end since September. For them to say to me, oh, well, you didn't do it within the time frame, which I've done outside the time frame. That was my point of it, that I've done it 5-6 hours outside of the time frame since the beginning, and it was never a problem. I'm just saying, So, will these come through? It would be nice, but I'm not expecting it. Alright? Those new plans, it's a money grab. And being that it's a money grab, that might be the final, they might just carry on the money grab for another, I don't know how long, because there's going to be some excuse. They're not going to go away this quickly. They're going to have some excuse, right? Of why, something's up with this, there's something wrong with that. They're still trying to work out the bugs of this and that. Whatever excuse, there's going to be some excuse, alright? So mark this video. And when we come back, and I'll give them till Wednesday, right? Because they said within 48 hours, right? 48 hours of processing starts Monday. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So after Wednesday, I'll give them that window. And like I said, I'm not expecting this. I'm expecting a new excuse is what I'm expecting. So can't wait to see that. All right. So that's what we got here. And while we're talking about that, so yeah, we're going to see what happens. Oh, I can't wait. I just wanted to just smear this shit so bad on Marcus Vega. He's such a such a prick, So here it is. All right, here's CloudFi. All right, like I said, they spoke for the first time in nearly a week, right? Today's Saturday, or yesterday was Saturday, and being yesterday was Saturday, that was the first time they've come out to say something, and it's something that they could have just said beginning of the week. So say, like, for example, right, they they instituted a new withdrawal day, which was Sundays are withdrawals, Monday you get paid, right? Except that nobody got paid Monday. Okay, so if no one got paid on Monday, well, maybe by Tuesday, maybe Wednesday the latest, you say what you want to say, right? Oh, we're over here working our ass off on the back end, trying to, fix this situation, work on this situation. It's just not fair what's happening right now, or whatever problem it is that they're facing, right? And you know what it is. I mean, it's already kind of put out there now, all right, that they've got hit with the same type of stuff too, all right, that Vortex got hit with. So, see, thank you for the support. Good to see some support after some negative things. Jacob has sent all active members his personal contact before, so we can assume those negative comments are from people that are not members of CloudFi, right? But you can see people are talking about SEC, regulators, CFTC, all that stuff. So if that's the conversation they're having, then we all know something's up with that and CloudFi, right? Even though they didn't outright say it. And I already know what's going on, but I'm not going to be the one to put it out there. I want, either CloudFi or others speak on that part. But when you look at it, though, let me see here, because I saw one of the dumbest things I ever saw today. Right? I was just reading through this, and I was just like, that for someone that's so blasphemous, all right, him being the one will not follow through with this, all right. Every single one of us need to write the SEC of California, all right, which is the CFTC, and demand that they stop issuing a cease and desist until they can prove that a platform is giving troubles. All right, yeah, go ahead and spear that party, all right, dude, because you dumbass will not even do that, all right. So don't bust me up with that shit. Everyone should get the fuck out. You're not gonna do shit, all right. So that's all I gotta say. You're not gonna do shit about that. So don't be blowing up smoke up anybody's ass. Don't be trying to act like you're gonna, you're some big shit. You don't give a shit, and you won't do it. All right. They are the number one cause of platform not being able to pay. True. It really blows my mind why these crypto exchanges listen to these SEC letters. Well, yeah, because this is a big deal. This is a big deal when you have 3- and 4-letter organizations targeting you, right? Because, well, shit, they could very well be targeting you, Marcos. Because you love to put your face out there on platforms. You should be fortunate they're not even going after you like they've gone after Jan. Because you love putting your face out there, buddy. So, some of this stuff here is bullshit, though. Like, for example, another option is every one of us in this group need to write to the exchange that listen to the SEC and testify that they did not get frauded to reactivate CloudFi trading funds and that SEC lied on multiple occasions, claiming CloudFi gave promised returns, claiming that CloudFi marketed in USA, for which their disclaimer was clear they did not. Was it? Also, Jan was no longer CEO for a while already before they issued the cease and desist. But the point was, he was CEO, a fake one. So don't bust me up with that. It'd be different if he was never the CEO. But I would think that if he was never the quote-unquote fake CEO, then this wouldn't have happened. I don't think they would have gone this far with CloudFi had it not had the fake CEO on. All right. So they lied in their cease and desist, calling Jan the CEO. Well, because it was publicized. All right. It's almost like they have it in for him. Well, yeah, because he's been hit before with past platforms Especially what's that, Futures X or whatever it's called, from a couple years back. It's almost like they have it out for him, even despite not being CEO any longer in any of the materials. They just made it up out of thin air. Well, no, not really, because it was happening before. It only if it never was, all right? Because I even spoke to Jacob about, I was like, are you sure you're going to do this? Because, yeah, he may bring some people, but there's going to be a lot more stuff it's going to bring with it, and it's going to be bad, dude. And they went with it anyways. Later, letting me know later on that, hey, you know what? Yeah, we made a mistake, man. and you know what? We got to do what we can to nip it in the bud. And that's what they did. Why do you think they ousted him? Because they knew it was too much trouble than good. That there was a lot of negative publicity behind the scenes. A lot of negative feedback that you guys are not really seeing or heard of, that they're not putting out there, but there was a lot of negative feedback from people. And that was part of the reason why they decided to this themselves. I didn't know that, these sort of financial authorities started getting involved in the matter. It could have been, I'm not sure though. I don't know if the timing of it had anything to do with authorities starting to get involved in this matter. It could have been, I'm not sure though. That part I'm not sure. But for sure, it was a lot of negative feedback. And that's why they wanted to nip it in the bud. So, the U.S. regulators are going to have to learn a hard lesson, right? And more money is going to start flowing in the European, Asian, African, while less and less money start flowing in the USA. I mean, hey, it is what it is, right? Got to do what you got to do. And so, hey, Paul, it sounds like this platform in Dubai made the mistake of trading $2 billion within USA-run exchanges. CMB ran on Binance, supposedly on Binance and Coinbase, right? Because it seems like they're kind of alluding to that. Even though it wasn't a Dubai-made platform. But you could tell the conversation has something to do with Coinbase and Binance. The only one that we talked about with Binance and Coinbase was CoinMarketBull. And it doesn't matter what platform it is and what exchanges they were on. The point of it is that if you got enough attention from different authorities, from different agencies, such as, for example, how many times did CashFX get hit with some sort of warning letter, cease and desist? So many different ones, right? From so many different countries. So the more that piles on, the more that, either you got to do something about it or just get caught, all right? So what do you think CashFX did? They ran with it as long as they could before they said, all right, we got to stop and we're going to go and flee to Dubai, all right? What do you think about Novatech? How many times they got hit with all these different letters, especially the one from California too? And then look what happens. They got hit in California back in November last year. And then what happened? Well, things went downhill since too, right? So do you see what's going on here? That they'll try to go as long as they could to drag it out. And the only reason why they're dragging it out is not to pay people. It's to bring in as much money as possible to make it look like it's still a running operation before they just said, all right, we got to pack this thing up and head to the hills, Dubai. We're going to head to Dubai. All right. And that's what happened with Novatech as well. Why do you think Jan is hiding out in those countries there in Asia and Dubai and all that? Right? Because he will never step foot in North America again. All right. Let alone Canada, where he's from. Because if he does, man, they're going to be all over him. So, Marcos, all right? I know that you've been all up in his ass and balls for so long. You're going to be his defender till the end, all right? You're going to be all up in the balls and ass till the end for him, all right? That's fine. You can mark out to him and make his bacon because you are his bitch. All right. But that's the reality of it all, of what's happening here. So it doesn't matter what, exchange, what countries. If you start getting into the eyes of these authority figures here, not figures, but organizations, man, it's just basically downhill. There's really no turning back. So there's ways to really, I don't know, reboot is usually a possibility, but that's what's happening. So CloudFi, I'm going to go in and submit my quote-unquote Sunday withdrawal too, right? Let's see if I could, being that it's Sunday morning here. So here we are in the back office here. And when it comes to this, it says this got paid out. No, because if it was in my wallet, I would have seen it. And no, it was not in my wallet, even though it says done, even though it says view transaction. Let me see here. If I could view this transaction from the week prior to last, okay, cool. But last week's, there is none, right? So that means it didn't happen. So, you could look at every prior ones and it's there. But why not last week? Because it didn't happen. So, they give you some options here, right? You could redeposit. You got dividends, withdraw funds. I'm going to go straight to withdraw because, okay, even though it says it is Sunday, right? It is Sunday. As you can see here, 5:27 a.m. Sunday. So, what's funny is if it's locked, even though it's Sunday, it's still locked, right? So, I don't know. I just think it'd be funny if that's the case, though. I'll check in later on today and see if anything changes there. But anyhow, this didn't come. Just like this, I'm not expecting to come either. All right, so I know that they are quote unquote working hard behind the scenes to try to figure out a way to get rid of that stench name, a Bacon Man, all right, that just emanating because, he left his dildo head presence on this platform, and it was enough to get, authorities' attention to put this, cease and refrain order on CloudFi from California. Oh shit! Did I let the cat out of the bag? But anyhow, it's not no secret though. And then the funny thing was, it was issued on the same day as Vortec on August 9th. And so, the funny thing about it is that in both platforms, Jan's name was thrown in association with both platforms. CloudFi as CEO, Vortec United as a person with Vortec, right? So, marketing for Vortec, right? And it's happened, right? CMB would, happen. And that's why, his butt buddy here, Marcos, always throws out stupid disclaimers saying, especially when it says their platforms are not for the purpose of whatever in USA and Canada, or North America, whatever they say, right? USA and Canada, and all this other stuff. Like, that's going to really protect you, Marcos. All right? That's not going to protect you jack shit because your face is still out there. All right? Just like your dumbass girlfriend Dora's face is out there. How are you going to explain to people when you tell everybody in every one of these programs to compound, and get a bigger payday, right? This is not you, right? Let's see here. Let me make sure. I want to make sure that I'm not mistaken here. Let's see here. Oh no, that is you. Okay, yep, dumbass. Fist bump, fist pumping. Yep, that's you. All right. Let me see here. Yeah, that's his dumbass picture again. All right, yeah. So, turn 1K into 60. Oh my gosh, Yeah, great one, buddy. And I mean, we could find others out there like that. Turn 1,000 into 60K. Yeah, So, he did the same shit right there. Yeah, right. When when they did that with with withdrawing out of CloudFi, record breaking 5 times and stuff. Yeah, do it again, man. Watch how fast it is. And what does he do? Did it? Yeah, right. And come on, do it again. Do another one, man. Did it again. Yeah, right. Like a dumbass, right? The dumbass, look on his face doing that shit. Hey, come on, man, do another one. I want to time this shit. Oh man, less than 8 seconds. Oh yeah, man, celebrating. And yeah, guess what? You encourage the the reckoning of CloudFi. That's what you guys did. You guys fucked things up to where CloudFi had to change their ways of doing their withdrawals because of the fact that you guys encourage multiple withdrawals, and because it's quote unquote free. All right, but don't realize that CloudFi is paying for it. All right, but no, you guys are a bunch of dumbasses, and blasphemous as always. All right, so how's that now? All right, and then I mean the list goes on and on. Let me see here. Let's see here. We could probably find one right here too. All right. Let me see here. I'm sure we could find it here. I don't think that video's been taken down. I'd be surprised if that video was taken down. I think it was taken down finally. All right. Because I brought that to attention. You know what I mean? Because I was throwing that out there so many times. Oh, here we go. Never mind. Turn 1K into 85K. Right? There it is. I thought, I guess she was dumb enough to leave it up. All right. So look at all this stuff. Bullshit, right? But especially that right there, though. You know, turn 1K into 85K because they did a recalculation and they figured it out. Oh, and not only you make 60K, you can make 85K. All right. So shit like that. All right. And the funny thing about it is, by the way, bought those subs, all right? And the only time, the views are real here, except for the ones that says 11,000 views there. And, it's so coincidental, right? 11,000 views for Vortec, right? And then what other one that had that many views? All right, let me see here. All right, 85K, of course, 6,900 there. But then nothing else, right? Don't tell me that went viral. Come on now. Look at this Vortec here, 6,200. Come on, man. That went viral, please. All right. Please, please, please. All right.
All right, thank you.
So fuck that. All right. Anyhow, point of the matter is that this is just what's been happening. All right, check it out. Even more has happened now in the way of AMSA. So this was put out there yesterday. AMSA, otherwise known as Crypto Program, or once it was formerly known as Crypto Program. And everybody knows Ed Zimbardi was behind, that originally, right? They rebranded or whatever to AMSA's, right? Because they were hit with those same sort of, letters from the financial authorities and stuff like that. So they decided to rebrand themselves, right? To kind of get away from that old name that's gotten them in trouble. And, and then of course they try to go into private as well. So that's what happened with that. And so with all that, all right, this is what happened here. So let me see here. So this is what happened. It's been put out everywhere that's been involved with it. So I want to share this with you guys. So dear AMSIS, or otherwise known as CP user crypto program, So in these challenging times, we understand that the current pause in our program might raise questions and concerns. We want to address these issues head on and provide you with assurance that you need. This pause is not a necessary step, but also a crucial one to ensure a brighter and more secure future with all of us. It will return. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. We are fully aware of the difficulties that have arisen due to inconsistencies between old and new databases. These discrepancies have led to a range of issues affected with daily experience, from tracking and payouts to cancellations, reporting, activations. They've had numerous problems, though, from the get-go. After this relaunch to AMSIS, it's paid, but at the same time, they've had a lot of issues. All right, and usually these sort of changes, issues arise, and same thing happened with funds. That they try to make some changes, and it's been issues, right? So just like how Vortec, all of a sudden had issues, right? It was running fine for months, and all of a sudden, just out of the blue, had issues, right? With first a bug with, this is Vortec I'm talking about. The first they had an issue with a bug on the ERC20 processor portion there. Okay, it's kind of odd, but okay. To, now, well, we couldn't pay out, because, we're trying to, implement a full spectrum of automatic withdrawals, right? And we worked on it partially the week prior, and so, but we were having issues with it, and rather than just dealing and working through it, we're just going to just hold back and just make sure that everything's working fine and properly, right? Give us 7-8 days. That's what they're saying with Vortec, right? But man, it's funny how there wasn't any issues till that point, right? So anyhow, getting back to this here for AMSIS, we're fully aware of these things here. We deeply regret any inconvenience that you have faced as a result. Please understand your crypto is safe. Okay. If you say so. The main reason behind these significant changes is to protect your interest in platform integrity by pausing the program and taking a thorough approach to resolving these issues. We're demonstrating an unwavering commitment to your future well-being. During this pause, our dedicated team is working relentlessly to address every concern. We're only focusing on restoring functionality, but also taking this opportunity to completely overhaul our database and website. This review of each and every record is to ensure the highest level of accuracy and reliability for your data. Furthermore, we're actively developing a more robust payment processing system. Okay, it's always a payment processing system that prioritizes security. They're going to want to do a more smoother, user-friendly experience, all that stuff, right? And safety and satisfaction. Your patience during this phase is genuinely appreciated. We understand that you may have additional questions. We wish we could provide the answers, all the answers immediately. However, at this time, we need you to understand the current situation here that we're facing, right? So let's see here. Be assured that the trust in crypto is the utmost important. Blah, 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 right? When the program restarts within the next 90 to 120 days, it will emerge as a stronger and more sustainable platform. The challenges we're addressing are temporary pause, but this proactive approach is what will be a brighter future for all of us. Top affiliates will be contacted first to be re-onboarded to ensure everything is working smoothly as we move forward. Blah, 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 blah. I mean, shit. Until every record is reviewed, no one will be bumped to the front of the line for cancellations. They will resume within the 90 to 120 days. There is no reason to message customer support, as they will not be able to respond to any exceptions you may have. We just ask you to be patient. So that's what they were saying, all right? Let me see something here. No, it was under here. Yeah, okay, so that's everything there, right? So it's the same story, right? But different platform. They're facing problems too now, and 90 to 120 days. Why do I feel like they're going to have the deposits open still during this time? Yeah, go ahead. Just deposit the money. Don't worry about it. It is safe. All right. But that's not the point. The point of it is 90 to 120 days. All right. They're not coming back. This thing is done too. This is just their way. I mean, don't contact support if you object to these issues. We're trying to work hard behind the scenes, so we don't need you to message support, all right? And the leaders out there are the ones that's going to be contacted first once we do return. They're not going to return. 90 to 120 days is a long time. And when I mean a long time, it's going to be a long time that people are going to forget because it's going to fade away. They're going to fade away. And like I said in the chat earlier, they're going to fade away like a fart in the wind. And so that's what's happening here. He's already in enough trouble as it is. So, this thing is done. All right, you could write this thing off too. AMSIS is done. I never got involved with this one. If anything, I wish I did. At the very beginning. But when I first saw a crypto program, I didn't think it was going to last as long. To be honest with you, that's the reason why I took a pass on it. But surprisingly, it's lasted for a very, very long time that I wish I was a part of this program. But I just wasn't. So, after it completed like the first 4 months, where everybody pretty much earned 100%, right? And then onwards to like just profit, pure profit for, a few more months after that. I think it ran, 8, 9, 10 months, something like that. I was just like, okay, you know what, man, that was a missed opportunity. But hey, you know what? It happens, So from the looks of things, AMSIS was good. I just wasn't involved in it. But I just wanted to give you guys this news, though, of what's happened here. All right, because the hits just keep on coming. All right, and then on top of that, I talked about this last week, but funds. I mean, I could log into this. There's 14,000 members. I could log into this, and people are asking about their Telegram group, if that's still around. As far as I know, they haven't posted in their Telegram group in some time. Let me check on this. Give me 1 second. All right, so here's the back office. I mean, things just continue to accumulate regardless, and I haven't seen anything come from their official group in some time. Yeah, so here it says funds official, and I don't know. I don't think I have it. I think I got booted from their group here. Let me see. Let's see, was this their official? They might have removed everything. Let me check something here. This is going to be very interesting here. Yeah, I don't know if this is the actual funds official. But there's a lot of deleted accounts, though, in here. And I got a feeling if this is the one, they remove everything that was ever posted in here to try to clean things up, because they said they're trying to stay off of social media, because you couldn't even post in their group for the longest time. And yeah, because I don't see it anymore, because I was always in it just to follow. But yeah, I don't see it anymore. It's very interesting. And then also, just before this happened, though, what happened was they posted another subgroup saying that if you want to stay informed on everything that's going on, that this is the group to be in. And it was some sort of private group that I got booted out of, because before I got booted out, they were talking about how the CFTC seized funds. They seized their money. So it's locked up right now, and funds, this platform has no access to that money of however much is in there. So they're kind of stuck right now with nothing. And they were trying to circulate a petition to go around to kind of have everybody to sign and say, hey, you know what? And submit it to them to say, hey, can you just release our funds and we'll give it back to everybody, that sort of thing. And I doubt it. That's what's going to happen. You could do all you want, but that's just not going to happen. But yeah, so when I guess revealed that news, but it was indirect though, because I didn't say funds. I just said private group, right? I think that's when I got the boot from this platform. I have another friend in the space who invited me to that private group. I'll see if she still has access to that group, and she could fill me in on what's going on with funds right now. But that's what happened with me. I was in it, and then I got booted out of there, I think, because I might have revealed too much information for them. Because they were talking about that, and then plan B was to kind of shift things over to a new program and rebrand from funds to get out of the financial authorities' eyes and get out of funds, right? The name itself here. So Marcos, all right, you can say what you want to say, but man, once you're in the eyes of the authorities, it's a wrap. Doesn't matter what you do. All right, so don't bust me up with what you just said and to everybody else like you're some sort of hero and all that stuff. You're so full of shit, dude. I mean, I call your shit out so much that you are just complete trash in this space. And I'll keep hammering hard on you so hard. Yeah, it's just going to be so funny when the Vortex and Cloudify blows up in your face, and I'm just going to laugh at you and just shove this all up your ass, because that's how full of shit you are. And so, Miss Queen D, all right, all I got to say is welcome to the party. Because, all right, why am I saying that? Because, one, I seen you join my Telegram group. And two, I saw you and heard you step up, all right, when you and Alicia jumped all over Dora when the line of questioning was coming out, have the Q&A with the CEO of Jensen during that video early last week. And she was trying to gloss over the questions. And then between Miss Queen D and Alicia, all right, you guys set that bitch straight, and told Dora, read the damn questions, stop trying to, read over them, let them answer the questions. Are we going to get paid, right? Love it. So that's my hats off to Miss Queen D on that, all right, because even though I might throw some things out there, I can always respect when I see something good, all right? And I know that Queen D here is tired of all the bullshit Marcos shit too. I can see it. And that's what I'm talking about here. So, with all that, that's your latest news and everything here, all right? So, just to kind of rehash on these things, this is some big stuff that's happened these last couple weeks, all right? Well, funds is happening for a while now, but they tried to say that they were coming back and we should be good, and they came back for like a week. Nothing happened, and then what? Oh shit! Now they were down again for another couple weeks, and then oh shit, our funds were taken by the CFTC. Oh, great. And then what? Um, you know, here comes Vortex, here comes CloudFi. These things have happened now. I've been documenting this whole time. AMSIS just happened today, but it's happened before with Crypto Program. That's why they rebranded it to AMSIS. So, man, this is crazy what's happening right now. The hits just keep on coming, and it's just unfortunate, But with Vortex and CloudFi, I mean, in both instances, the cancer known as Bacon Man was involved in those platforms, and they were named. No, he was named in those documents, right? So, and it's happened with Max Spread, CMB, same thing too. But I just hope, I hope, Lee Dalton, all right, I hope you guys are seeing this, you and your co-founder, all right. I hope you guys are seeing this, that for your guys' sake, what's happening here, gotta nip this in the bud. I'm telling you, because I've already reached out to you, Lee, and we've chatted, all right. So we've chatted before, because I am the first player in the space for invisible AI, by the way, as I have been for many of these platforms. All right, so all I gotta say is, don't hate the player, just hate the game, because all I gotta say is, well, in these instances, it's pretty much game over. All right, and it's just a matter of when. So it's just a matter, just however long they're going to drag this out between Vortex and CloudFi and AMSIS and stuff, right? Funds money is gone, so there's nothing they can do about it. AMSIS, they're not coming back. CloudFi, I don't think they're coming back either. They've held out for a week. They barely communicated, and they're going to ask you to keep waiting. They did that with Pegasus last year. Same thing. I'll just hang in there and wait, and didn't happen, right? Vortex, I'd be pleasantly surprised if that money comes through. Very pleasantly surprised. And you know what? Like I said, I'll do a public apology. I don't mind doing that. That's how humble I am. All right. I might sound however I sound on this end, but I can always be on the other end of the spectrum too, and tell you guys, hey, you know what? This is my fault, my bad. I am sorry. I shouldn't have said what I said. I am completely wrong. I could do all that and be sincere about it too. But I just don't feel like it's going to happen though. And many times than not, I've been right. And I can't wait to just shove this all in Marco's. I just can't wait. And I'll be like, yep, I'm right again. I just can't wait. It's going to be fun. All right, so we're going to see what happens here. All right. I'm going to keep you guys up to date as always. Man, this is pretty much virtually a Musclecast. All right, so this is going to be posted on all my channels. This is the Musclecast. All right, as this is pretty much podcast worthy. So yeah, so this is going to be your newest edition of your podcast, known as Musclecast. So with that, subscribe to everything I got. All right, because that way you can stay on top of everything we got going on, whether it's news, platforms, all that stuff, Telegram, everything. All right, that's what it's all about, because I bring to you the facts and information, and it's all right there. I don't have to pull shit out of my ass or nothing. This is on the real. This is what's happening right now in this space. Everything I show you, I'm showing it to you, right? That's the thing about it. I don't got to bullshit stuff and pull shit out of my ass. None of that. That's just plain stupid. And I'm definitely not blasphemous like how Marcos is, right? I'm not so full of shit like Jan is, right? Oh, what we're doing here is we're giving this to you as a bundle of love. Get out of here, man, with that shit. What kind of shit is that? Bundle of love. Come on, man. Really, it's like, if you guys believe anything that these guys got to say, man, you guys got to get out of crypto. That's the problem here. And so, but when these things are happening, I think you guys are going to fall out of crypto because of these fools, right? Especially that compounding bullshit. Anyhow, that's the latest here. Like I said, subscribe to everything I got. Comment down below. I'll see you in the next one.